Welcome, sports fans. We are live from the Hive here at the packed out Baker Hornet Stadium. I'm Caitlin Constantine alongside Alyssa Van, and we have Kayla Littles on the field.
We have people here to support local fan Aubrey Nicholson battling a rare case of brain cancer. Tonight we have our Hornet hooligans here to support her in her favorite color, turquoise.
Alyssa, Aubrey, our prayers and thoughts go to you and your family at this difficult time. Everyone is here to also support and see how the Baker Hornets take on the McGill Yellow Jackets. So far into the game, we have 3 minutes and 24 seconds left, and we have a score of McGill leading 26 to 0 or 20 to 0. This has not been a good game so far for the Hornets.
Ooh, it's okay, we got it.
Uh, a lot of people have turned out. There have been some positive spirits tonight, especially from the Hornets, and they're getting ready for us to take home the win tonight.
Baker is 2-5 and McGill is 7-0.
Yes, that is our record for this season. Last week we lost to Bryant with a score of 10 to 27. But the reason that this game is so important tonight is that if we are able to win this game and the next two games, we will be able to keep an even amount of wins and losses this year. Whereas McGill is undefeated this season and won their last game versus MGM with a score of 44 to 0. And they need to win the next three games in order to finish the season undefeated. So their past and future is a little bit different than ours. But as we head back into the game, we see that Baker has possession of the ball at the 20-yard line. That's a very long distance in order to be able to get it anywhere near our end zone.
Yes, it is.
I think we'll be able to do it though. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a scuffle on the field. We were only able to get it to the 25-yard line, but it was a great effort by our Hornets. We know that McGill has a very strong defense and a even stronger offense.
Davidson scored only 6 points against McGill. Davidson scored 28 points against Baker. McGill scored 55 points against Albert, and Baker scored 10 points against Albert.
That was Bryant.
Bryant. Albert Bryant.
And that is just a couple of samples of how this proves that they have a very stronger defense and offense than Baker does. So this will be a more difficult and challenging game than we faced all season. But I think that our Hornets can do it. They fight a good fight, and there's no better battle than between two different types of bees. So two types of insects. It's a strong battle. Baker still has possession of the ball at the 35-yard line as they're getting ready to snap the ball off to our quarterback, Reese Earhart, tonight. There's been a little bit of a change between the quarterbacks, but either way, our team has a bunch of special abilities, so it doesn't really matter who's playing. Our starting lineups for the Hornets tonight will be
Colin McCants at defensive end.
Jonathan Exener as our nose tackle.
And Jordan Timmons at defensive end.
I've seen these players throughout the season. I've seen them throughout school. They're excellent players. I'm glad that they're our starting lineups tonight. They show spirit and they show passion for the game. So, we also have our starting linebackers tonight with Trenton McAdams at the outsider linebacker.
Hunter Roberts as inside linebacker.
Terrell Crane at inside linebacker. And Ozzie Quinney as outside linebacker. These players, I've seen them throughout the season. We have a lot of footage of Hunter Roberts, and he is a passionate leader and a good support for the team. As you may have just seen, Baker was able to run the ball almost to the 50-yard line, but they were unfortunately brought down. We're getting closer and closer to the field goal, to the end zone, but we only have a minute and 30 seconds left in the game, so I'm hoping that we can do this.
Yes.
It's only the first quarter though, so there's not much that. Oh my goodness! It seems that McGill's score has gone down from a 26 to 13. I guess there was a little bit of a problem that happened there. I'm not really sure. Baker was able to do a switch off with the ball and was able to run it. Number 5 was able to run it, but got tackled at the 50-yard line.
Fernando Billups.
Yeah, Fernando's been he's been really important he's been a very strong player throughout the season as he leads our team into their second down at the 49-yard line with only 40 seconds left in the first quarter. This is a very important game as well because McGill is our rivalry team. There's
the Baker fans are so excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of history between the two. So
McGill has beaten Baker 21 times, but Baker has beaten McGill 8 times. Most recent games, 2016, McGill won 42-7. 2015, McGill won 35-0. 2014, Baker won 41-31. What a great game.
Those were all very good games. There was effort on both sides, but hopefully the Baker Hornets will be able to bring their A game tonight, be able to take home the win. It's always the best feeling coming back to school over the weekend and be able to brag about how we took down the McGill. That'll be in it. I think we had a pep rally today, and the usual chant that we use is "Beat McGill."
Baker is looking to make a statement to turn around the season. 5 straight losses. Should have a better record than what they have. And, of course, they want to win to shut it down.
You're right. And at the end of our first quarter, we will be back after a word from our sponsors.
We at Seymour are very proud to be working with the students in our partnering schools. In fact, the broadcast that you are currently watching is all student-led. This is our first full season working with these student broadcasting teams, and we are very excited about the progress they are making. It is students that are running the sound, shooting the video, directing and producing the broadcast, and some are even doing the play-by-play and color commentary.
It'll be 1st and 10 inside Foley territory. Rajay's in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff to Set again, and Rajay's going to go for about 7 or 8 more yards, and the Canes are driving on him, Josh.
Our entire program at Seymour is centered around the development of students for the workforce, and we are committed to training our students to deliver a quality product.
Hello and welcome back to Davidson Media, a Warrior-built network. I'm your host here, Jackson Kraft.
So thank you for watching this student broadcast powered by Seymour. And be sure to continue your support of this fine school in all of its academic and athletic affairs.
Thank you for that, Seymour. You've been an awesome help to our broadcasting team. As we head back into the game, we see number 47 kick the ball off to McGill. McGill is able to pick up the ball at the 15-yard line. We have a really good kicker this year, number 47, who is Robert Malone. And I've seen him around school, and he was in my my PE class last year, and football is not his only sport, I'll tell you that. For our secondary this year, in the secondary, we have Aries Lawson at cornerback,
Ronnie Cleveland at strong safety,
Christian Harrell at free safety,
and Michael Kidd at cornerback.
These players we're proud to have them on our team, and we're proud to have them putting in the effort and standing out as Baker Hornets.
Yes.
We are. McGill still has possession of the ball. They are at the 18th yard line as they have their second down, and they have this attempt and two more after to try and get the ball a few more yards. They are able to throw it down, but it's an incomplete pass. If he had been able to catch that ball, it would have been able to bring the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line with only 30 yards to go to pick up their touchdown.
Woo.
That I'm glad to say that they were not able to retrieve that pass and complete it. This now brings us into McGill having possession of the ball, still at the 18th yard line, but going into their third down. There has been a timeout on the play, so we will take this time to talk about our offensive line on the offense. First off, we have Justin Norwood at left tackle,
Tristan Hebby at left guard.
Dalton Lemon at center,
Jeremiah at right guard.
and Adam Stacker at right tackle. Sorry, Adam. And then also on our offensive playmakers, we have
Jacoby Rogers at wide receiver.
Greg Carroll at wide receiver,
Kobe Bush at fullback.
and Fernando Billups at running back,
And Reese Earhart at quarterback.
I think this is Reese's first time
Starting quarterback.
as the starting quarterback, but the Hornets are they were really excited to have him on the field tonight. He's shown some definite skill. He's shown some definite skill tonight throughout the game thus far, and I think he'll be able to be a good representation of our team. McGill had possession of the ball. It seemed like he was going to be able to throw it off, but instead he was run out onto the sidelines, and unfortunately there seems to be a flag. On the play, a yellow flag on the play. We'll have to see what the referee's call on that is. I'm really scared of what he might say. I didn't personally see anything wrong, but my eyes are not on the sidelines. So. Ooh, it seems to be on McGill's side as they were brought back again to the 14th yard line, and all those yards that they were able to gain have now been for nothing. Wiped away. McGill has possession of the ball. They have this attempt and another attempt afterwards to try and run the ball. They threw it off, and number 14 tried to retrieve the ball, but it was brought down and was not able to receive the ball. Unfortunately, no one was able to pick up the ball, so they are still stuck at the 14th yard line. This is now their fourth down. This is their last attempt, and personally, I would say that they need to get into the shotgun formation and need to kick it off. But, whatever. Oh, and they follow the shotgun formation. We're able to kick off the ball at the 40-yard line where the Baker Hornets will now have possession of the ball.
Great.
This means that we only have to run 40 yards to get a touchdown. Do you think that we can do it?
We can do it.
I think we can do it.
I know we can do it.
This will be an interesting game. We are 10 minutes and 34 seconds left until we get to halftime. It'll be a good surprise that if we were able to get a touchdown in before the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Before the halftime show. Before the game started, we were able to get a visit by our local fan, Aubrey Nicholas, and she was able to flip the coin depending on who received the ball.
What a cool experience.
She was able to shake the hands with each of the player and give them each hugs.
So
Very,
sweet.
very tragic what is happening to her and her family at the moment. But as I said earlier, our prayers and our thoughts go to her at this time.
Most definitely.
Baker still has possession of the ball. We are into our second down, and we are at the 39-yard line. They're getting ready to snap the ball. And there is a
Wow.
flag on the play. That was
88 jumped.
Yeah, I saw that there is a bit of confusion between the Hornets, and
Josh Mahad.
not good for the Hornets. As I said earlier, we need to be able to bring down the McGill at this game so that we can continue the season with some more wins. Unfortunately, the flag was against us, and we were brought back 5 yards and are now at the 39-yard line. So we are now at our second down, 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Our offense is getting ready to snap the ball. The snap has been made. Number 5 throws the ball off, and he was able to receive the ball but was unfortunately tackled at the 30-yard line. This gives us our third down. Nope, referees seem to have called this play, I guess they call it incorrect, I suppose. And we are brought back again to the 39-yard line. This is our third down. This gives us this attempt and one more to be able to run the ball down. And we need some positive yards. We need to be able to get in a touchdown within the next 9 minutes and 7 seconds. We're getting ready. They were able to make the snap. Number 9 was able to throw the ball down, and it was a complete pass by number.
I love Kobe Rogers. Kobe is like
Yes, that was Jacoby
so passionate
Rogers.
about this.
He was able to catch the ball
Let's
at
go,
the 5-yard line and be able to run it into the end zone. Way to go, Hornets. It is now a score of 6-13. As I look down at the bleachers, the Hornet hooligans are going crazy. As well as the fans. That was a great play. I was
wonderful
I was
play.
not
A beautiful
expecting.
catch.
That was a really beautiful catch. Oh no! As we were getting ready to kick the ball into the field goal, someone was able to knock the ball down, and so the score remains McGill leading with a score of 13-6. But I'm still thinking about that last play with number 9. That was Reese. That was our quarterback Reese. He was able to throw the ball down to Jacoby, and he was able to catch the ball. So far, as I said earlier, Reese has been an essential player tonight. He's really been showing off his skill, and that was an amazing play.
Yeah. Beautiful catch, Kobe.
Yes. Shout out to both players.
I always get so excited to see Kobe play because it's like he's so happy.
Yes.
So happy.
There's always the team spirit that they all have
Yes.
when they know that they've
proud
tried their
winner.
hardest and they've done well. Our team is lining up, getting ready to kick the ball off from the 40-yard line and hoping that McGill will be able to retrieve the ball. The ball has been kicked, and McGill picks up the ball near the
And they
10-yard
just-
line and is trying to run it down. They need to be able to tackle him, and 84 tries to. They're able to push
Aries
McGill
pushed
player.
him
Yep, they're
on the
able to
side.
push him out into the sideline, and McGill now has possession of the ball with their first down. This will be an interesting game. We only have 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the rest of the.
Aries is also a team player.
Yes, he is.
Beautiful to watch him play.
Yes, you're very right. McGill has possession of the ball with their first down at the 44th yard line. They snap the ball and they hand it off. and he is pushed back and brought down again at the 44-yard line, so no negative or positive yard gain there. McGill is only leading by 7 points. If we're able to get only 7 points, so if our defense steps up their game a little bit and we're able to retrieve the ball and hopefully get another touchdown in there before we head into halftime, I think that's what we're hoping for. Unfortunately, there's been a flag on the play.
So a flag is on the play for.
I'm not sure whether. Oh, nope, it's on McGill. So they seem to be brought back again another 5 yards. Nope, not 5. Nope, they're staying where they are. Nope, they're not. I'm sorry. They're being brought back 5 yards. This is the penalty for having a false start. So McGill now has possession of the ball at the 48-yard line at their second down, and we only have 8 minutes and 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The snap is made and is handed off, but he is brought back heading into their third down at the 47-yard line.
Baker is really working as a team. They're working together tonight.
You're right. I think that they're all very passionate, and they all want this win tonight. You can see it in their efforts.
I think they're saying we took 5 losses straight.
Yes.
Not no more.
No, they're done with losing, and they're ready to win. I think they've been ready to win all season, but they've had a little bit of communicational setbacks. So they're McGill is getting ready, but they had to take a few advice from the coach as they snap the ball. Number 2 gets the ball and was going to throw it, but realized he had no opportunity.
He
and was
is
brought
taken down by number 2.
And
Rogers.
with 7 minutes left in the quarter, we're going to head down to the sidelines with Kayla Littles with an update.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kayla, and I am live from the sidelines. Right now, the score is the Baker Hornets have 6, and the McGill Yellow Jackets have 13. And the offense is on the field, and the defense was just going crazy after that last touchdown. It's very, very wild out here. And the crowd is also going just as crazy as the players. And, and back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Kayla, and I'm really hoping that we'll be able to keep up the spirit throughout the game as the two teams head back to their sidelines to converse with their coaches and hopefully get some tips with 6 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Yes.
This has been an interesting game. This is not how I imagined the game to go tonight. It was a little bit disappointing in the first few minutes of the game when they were able to get their first touchdown, but
I think Baker's realizing, okay, got to get it together.
Yes. I think everyone knew that this game was going to be very challenging because of McGill's strong defense and offense. But I think that they've realized this, that the coaches have realized this, that our players and our fans have realized this, and are taking this under consideration and are upping their game and bringing their A game tonight. And they're delivering their A game. They're doing good. Their defense is doing good. Their offense has been great tonight. McGill is getting ready to line up at the 35-yard line. This is their fourth down and their last attempt to be able to get some positive yards as number 2 throws the ball to number 7 on the McGill side, and he was able to run it down to the 30-yard line, bringing them their first down with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half of the game.
We have number 98, Trevon Simmons, out there on the D-line.
I think he's our center tonight. They had a switch up earlier in the season.
Oh, wow.
I'm not really sure why, but it switched between a different center. Number 2 threw the ball to number 1, and it seems that number 1 was able to run the ball into their touchdown to their end zone and were able to retrieve another touchdown, putting their score at 19-6 as they hope to get a field goal to bring up their score to 20-6 That's a 14-point lead.
Wow.
That is not looking good for.
It's okay, because I'm still a proud Hornet. So
I'm too. We will, even if we do take the loss tonight, I'm hoping we won't, but even if we do, we will walk into school on Monday with our
heads held high.
heads held high.
And still smiling.
You're right.
And the field goal was no good.
Unfortunately, that's how it's been for the last 2 touchdowns. They weren't able to get the field goal. So at least we know that that their kicker isn't doing too well tonight. But they're getting ready to kick the ball down to Baker's side of the field, and hopefully Baker can get some points within the next 6 minutes. Number 99, I believe that's their number, on 49, sorry. On McGill side is getting ready to kick the ball off to the Hornets. He kicks the ball from the 40-yard line, and Baker is able to receive the ball at the end zone. That is a fair catch. They didn't want to try and run through the mesh of people, so we now have possession of the ball at our first down with only 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half of the game. The Baker Hornets are lined up at the 20-yard line, and they're getting ready with their first down to run the ball past the McGill Yellow Jackets and get some positive yarding here. Unfortunately, that is not the case at this time.
Jamario Shin is taken down.
You're right. You're right. We are still at the 20-yard line with only our second down, and we only have 5 minutes and 36 seconds, and the clock is counting down.
Very fast.
You're right. It seems that there's not enough time left in the game in order to get where we want to be. There was a pass, but it was incomplete as it was knocked out of the player's hand at the 25-yard line. That is unfortunate. We should have gotten that pass.
It's okay, Reese. You got it.
There's no pressure. We just want to win. We are still lined up at the 20-yard line. This is our third down. This gives us this attempt and one more in order to get to where we want to be, which is the end zone, or at least past the line of scrimmage. The snap has been made as they try to run it through, but unfortunately are brought back. Our kicking shotgun formation heads out as we're getting ready to kick the ball down, giving McGill a smaller chance of being able to run their ball into the end zone. Baker's getting ready at the 25-yard line. Oh, that's unfortunate.
So he dropped the ball.
Yeah, the snap was made. He wasn't able to completely catch the ball and dropped it. He had an attempt to try and kick the ball, but it went straight up in the air.
So as of now, it's like we have no room to mess up.
Yeah, we can't take the chance of messing up and letting them get any closer. Our defense is heading out there to take on their strong, McGill's very strong offense. And we weren't able to kick the ball very far, so they are now lined up at the 29-yard line. This means that they have 4 attempts to be able to run 29 yards. Hopefully our defense will take them down And this seems to be the case as their quarterback hands it off to the fullback and tries to run it through our defense, but is unable to do so and is brought down at the 26-yard line. McGill now has possession of the ball at the 26-yard line. We have 4 minutes counting down. This is their second down. So, number 2 throws it off to...
And it is a flag on the play.
Oh, I did not see that.
Ref threw a flag.
And as he's calling the refs together as they decide upon the verdict. Each side hoping that it's on the other side. I don't blame them there. It seems to be on McGill, and they were brought back 5 yards and are now brought back to the 34-yard line.
So that's good for Baker.
That is good for Baker. That gives them that means that they have 2 more chances, and they have to get almost 20 yards within the next 2 downs.
So we have Colin McCants on defensive end, Trevon Simmons in nose tackle, and
Oh, that was an interesting play. Number 2 on McGill's side threw it to number 8. Unfortunately, although he's able to get his hands on the ball, he dropped it, causing it to be a fumble. And one of Baker's Hornets were able to pick up the ball. And I want to say that gives us possession of the ball, which would be an interesting turn of events with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. The refs seem to be calling this, and unfortunately that is not the case, as McGill still has possession of the ball at the 33rd yard line. He throws it off to number 2. Number 2 tries to run it around and bring past the Hornets and is run out on the sidelines near the 25th yard line.
this is third down.
Yep. This is now their 4th down. They only have around 30 yards left until they reach the touchdown, until they get into the end zone, but I'm not sure if McGill will be able to pull off this type of play. I think that can only be left up to our Hornets.
So here we are, 4th down. And McGill is running, and they made another touchdown.
They were able to run it past our defense and be able to make it into the end zone. That brings their score from 19-6 into 25 to 6. That gives them a 19-point lead. This is not looking good for the Hornets this far. And I'm hoping that as they head into halftime that they'll be able to discuss things with their coach and be able to get a handle on the situation and be able to bring up their points in the next half. And McGill's kickers are getting ready to line up and be able to
extra point.
Get their extra point for the field goal. They haven't been able to do this all game yet, so I'm not exactly expecting them to make it this time, but who knows? You never know. The
pass was complete.
Yeah, the kick was good. And with that, we're gonna bring the camera down to Kayla Littles um, with a checkup on the hooligans.
Okay, it's Kayla back again. I'm here with a Hornet hooligan, Casey Barker. Casey, I just want to know, you're a hooligan. What's going on with the hooligans tonight?
Tonight, we're all wearing turquoise for Aubrey Nichols. We're out there to support her, really get everything out there for her. We're hoping she gets some good donations or just any help sent in her way. A prayer would be best.
Okay. Okay, so how you feel about the score right now?
It's not what we expected for the first half, but honestly, our Baker Hornets, I think we're going to stick strong to the second quarter. Well, sorry, the second half, and we're going to come through and hopefully increase that score.
All right. Do you feel like your team can really pull through and win this game?
I feel like they could. If they could just get their mindset throughout the rest of the game and, work as one whole team, 11 guys to the ball, I think we can get it.
Thank you so much, Casey, and back to the commentators.
Thank you for that, Kayla, and I'm hoping that the hooligans will be able to keep up their spirit throughout the game.
So Kobe Rogers caught the kick and made it to the.
And Baker now has possession of the ball near the 25-yard line. They are still at their first down. And number 5 throws the ball off to number 7. Unfortunately, number 7 was not able to complete the pass and was not able to catch it. That's very unfortunate, but that gives us our second down. And we are still near the 25-yard line. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some positive yarding here and get past the line of scrimmage and be able to get a fresh set of downs within the next 3 plays.
So we have Reese running, and he is ran out.
Yep. Unfortunately, he was not able to pass it to any of his teammates and tried to run it, but was pushed out into the sideline by the McGill Yellow Jackets. Baker now has their third down, and they are still near the 25th-yard line. They need to get past. I know that McGill's defense is good, but they need to be able to get past it.
And Josh Pruitt has ran the ball to the 30-yard line?
Yep. They're able to push past their defense and be able to bring the ball to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately, this does not give them a new set of downs. This brings them to their 4th down, but that means that they only need 5 yards to go in order to get a fresh new set of downs. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to push through and get the ball and a player past the line of scrimmage. Baker snaps the ball, and instead of running it, they're going to kick it. Fortunately for us, this was a good kick, and they kicked the ball down to the opposite 44-yard line. This means we only have 1 minute and 33 seconds left in the game. McGill still leads with a 20-point lead, as they were able to get that extra point in the field goal. They lead with a 20-point lead of 26-6. McGill now has possession of the ball at the 45-yard line. They have a whole new set of downs, and they're getting ready. They snap the ball. Number 2 is able to run the ball and throws it down. Is a complete pass, but with that he was pushed off into the sideline near the 25-yard line. There were 2 flags thrown on the play, so I'm hoping that it was on McGill's side and that this brings them back and does not give them the chance to get to where they were able to complete the pass. But it seems that it was on McGill's side, and they will receive a 5-yard penalty. This now brings them down to the 35-yard line, and that means that they need to catch up. They were brought back 10 yards. I don't know what type of play that was, but it brought them back. So now they have to do 20 yards in order to get past the line of scrimmage, which will be difficult for them. MGM is lining up at the 40-yard line to be able to snap the ball. They have their first down still.
And the ball is snapped.
Number
Thrown by
two
number 2.
throws the ball to, I believe that's number 5. Number 5 is able to run past our defense, continues to run, is being protected by his teammates, and is able to get another touchdown, bringing their score to 32. This gives them a score of 32-6 within the first 2 quarters of the game, and we only have a minute and 7 seconds left. This is unfortunate, and I feel for the Baker Hornets having to head back in and receive some scolding and criticizing from their coaches.
But the thing is, no matter what, you always have to play your hardest.
You're right.
Go out there and play your best.
I think that they are still bringing their A game tonight. They are still working hard. But as we said earlier, McGill is a challenge. They've always been a challenge. This is what you get when you fight your rival team. You always have to worry about the challenge that it has and the skill that they bring to the table. We bring skill as well, but there's the definite clash. Oh, it seems that their touchdown was not complete. They are now at the near the 35-yard line.
And they have thrown a flag.
There's a flag on the play. Really hoping it's on McGill's side, but, who knows. Number 18, Aries Lawson is seeming to believe that it is on the McGill side, and he is right. McGill seems a little bit discouraged and outraged and confused by this call, but he's going to go against Aries. So.
Aries has a personality that sticks out.
He definitely does. At the preview game, as we interviewed him, he definitely showed confidence. Not so much humility, but I think you always need confidence when it comes to a football team that they can get the job done. You can hear McGill's side of the field. They're not very happy with the ref's call, but
Still quite confused.
yes, they still seem very confused with that call. But after the call's been made, there is no bringing it back. So I guess they'll just have to learn to deal with it. McGill has possession of the ball at the 37-yard line. Number 2 is able to receive the snap, throws it to one of his teammates, and he's able to get past our defense, but only got to the 18-yard line before he was pushed out into the sidelines. This gives them a whole new set of downs. They have 48 seconds left in the first half of the game, and they still have 20 yards to go. So 4 attempts, 48 seconds, 20 yards to go. This will be an interesting turn of events. Hopefully, Baker will be able to get possession of the ball, and it'll be a turnover before we go into halftime. That would be a miracle, honestly. And McGill is lining up at the 20-yard line to snap the ball, hoping to get some positive yarding, but they still have to fight through our defense, so I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out.
So I guess they're kind of confused on the play.
I guess so. As I'm looking out at McGill's sidelines, I see our Buzz mascot and their mascot.
Talking.
They seem to be talking, but it seems to be a type of heated discussion I honestly would like to be part of that discussion, just to hear what's going on. Oh, it seemed that the problem on the field seemed that the clock was messed up. It went from 48 seconds left in the game to 58 seconds left in the first half. McGill has possession of the ball. Number 2 throws it into the sidelines. So no one was able to receive the ball there. They still have 50 seconds left in the game, have 20 yards to go, and 3 attempts to bring the ball into their end zone and be able to get another 6 and possibly an extra point.
The ball is snapped.
It hands it off to number 24. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us, he wasn't able to get anywhere with it as he ran horizontally, and is now being brought to their third down. This still leaves McGill at the 21st yard line with only 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. They have 2 more attempts to be able to get past our defense and into their end zone or past the line of scrimmage. But both teams are have called the timeout. So.
The ref seems to be having a discussion about what's next.
Yep, you're right. They seem to be deciding on, I'm not really sure what, but no.
Still up by 20. 6 for the Hornets and 26 for the Guests.
You're right. McGill still has possession of the ball. They have their third down. This has been a very heated game. I'm glad to see that we have some points on the scoreboard. I would like to see more, but I know it's got to be difficult for them. The McGill Yellow Jackets tried to run it through our defense. Unfortunately for us, that didn't work very well as they were only able to get to the 15 or 16th yard line.
79 is humongous.
Right.
The clock is running out.
They only have 12 seconds left in the game. It seems that they're getting ready to get into shotgun formation and try to go for a kickoff. Unfortunately, the refs have it's a timeout in the game with only 6 seconds left in the first half.
The fans seem to be still excited.
Yeah, they're still excited. I think they're just anxious to see how the rest of the game will turn out. I am too. They still have us beat with 26-6, but I'm really hoping that we'll be able to rally back in the second half of the game. The offense and defense are running back onto the field at the 15-yard line. This is McGill's fourth down, and they're getting ready to get into shotgun formation in order to, I think they're attempting to get a field goal, giving them 3 more points in the next 3 seconds of the game. So this needs to be a fast play. I think that's possible that they're able to get the field goal. They just need to be able to do this fast and be able to get this done in the next 3 seconds of the game, of the first half of the game.
So we're quite wondering what's going on.
Yep, the
Clock has seemed to go
Yep.
back to 6
It is now 6 seconds and 6.3 seconds left. They kick the ball off, and it is good. So McGill was able to get their score up to 29-6 as we head into the halftime. This is not looking good for the Hornets. McGill is getting, I think they're preparing to take home their 8th win this season, but I don't think the Hornets are ready quite yet ready to let them take that win.
We at Seymour are very proud to be working with the students in our partnering schools. In fact, the broadcast that you are currently watching is all student-led. This is our first full season working with these student broadcasting teams, and we are very excited about the progress they are making. It is students that are running the sound, shooting the video, directing and producing the broadcast, and some are even doing the play-by-play and color commentary.
It'll be 1st and 10 inside Foley territory. Rajay's in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff to set again, and Rajay's going to go for about 7 or 8 more yards, and the Canes are driving on him, Josh.
Our entire program at Seymour is centered around the development of students for the workforce, and we are committed to training our students to deliver a quality product.
Hello and welcome back to Davidson Media, a Warrior-built network. I'm your host here, Jackson Kraft.
So thank you for watching this student broadcast powered by Seymour. And be sure to continue your support of this fine school in all of its academic and athletic affairs.